It's Amy from Radiantly Amy and the Style Candy, and I am going to be reviewing the new Gucci perfume. Now, you may ask, what's the name of it? How do they do this to make it show up? There you go. This is going to be my first topic of discussion on this perfume, which is called
Gucci Mémoire d'une Odeur Eau de Parfum universel.
Okay, so my big beef with, like, as a normal average consumer who's not that great at French, I think I took 2 semesters, I have a hard time going in and asking for Gucci Mémoire d'une I don't even want to, I feel bad for the French mispronouncing. Gucci Mémoire d'une Odeur, you know, I don't know. I just went into, first I went into Ulta. This is my issue number 2. So I go into Ulta and they said they had it online. The one I looked at my Ulta closest to my house, and they said they had it. So I show up there as I'm on my way to get my Chipotle, and of course they don't have it. I walk in and I'm like, do you have the new Gucci? And I didn't see any displays. I didn't see anything. I found the Gucci area, but no Gucci une odeur Mémoire. Okay, here, we'll have Harry do it, because he'll do it better. So I go in, I didn't ask.
Gucci Mémoire d'une Odeur Eau de Parfum universel.
Okay, so I just went in looking for it, didn't see it. When I found a salesperson, I was like, do you have the new Gucci? Because I didn't see it anywhere in the area. And they're like, no, it would, you know, if we had it, it would be here. Well, I know it's there. It's like online. But I've had this problem with Ulta in the past. They have it. It's just like in the back. Like, they haven't put it out yet. So if a perfume comes out like the first, don't expect Ulta to have it, because they won't. They have it. It just won't be out. So I go home, I eat my Chipotle, and then I'm like, all right, I'll go to Macy's. Check Macy's. Macy's says they have it, and you know, it's a department store, so I go there. So again, going back to the name, I show up and I'm like, oh my god, like, let me see if I can just look for it and kind of mill around and like not have to ask for it. But of course, you know, it's like not that busy. I'm there at the dinner hour, so there's people everywhere like ready to help me. And so I found a really nice lady, and I was just like, do you have the new Gucci? And she knew exactly what I was talking about. But the funny thing about this whole purchase exchange was that no time during the buying of this perfume, which is called
Gucci Mémoire d'une Odeur Eau de Parfum universel,
did we ever discuss that name? Like, we never said the name of the perfume at all, either of us. So I asked, do you have it? We found it. Took her a while to find it because she knew it was there, but it, you know, Macy's. She like is looking for it. We finally find it, so I spray some on, and I'll get to that. But that's my problem, and it's not Gucci's problem. I mean, a lot of perfumes have really crazy, unpronounceable names, which if you're French, this is probably super easy for you. If you're like me and you took like a lot of Spanish and just a little bit of French, and you're just not that good at kind of accents in general, like I just sound hideous when I say this, so can we just call it the new Gucci? I was like, Mémoire. That part I can maybe get there. The name's a little, I think it comes to the, you know, it's part of their whole vibe, like a little pretentious, a little, if you watch the advertising for this, it has them, you know, frolicking Wicker Man style, like with masks on, and there's a big fire, which in Wicker Man doesn't work out so well, but like that's totally in my head. When I watched the ad spot, I'm like, this looks like the Wicker Man. And I don't think that's what they were going for, but maybe it was kind of that vibe. But anyway, the whole thing's a little, you know, the deal is, and there's been a lot of debate, you know, that it's genderless, ageless, and a lot of people were like, but CK1, you know, and believe me, I'm old enough to have lived through the CK1 era, and it wasn't kind of marketed the same. You know, CK1 was more like, hey, you can wear it and your boyfriend can wear it. You know, and this is not marketed that way at all. We can get in a big debate over marketing and all that stuff, but blah. So what does it smell like? That's what you guys really care about. And I have some that I already sprayed here a while ago, and I'm gonna give it a spritz again. So here's the box, and it is, you know, green. It's got little like starry looking things on it. It's got like a little pink inside. It's kind of cute. I like the colors, I like the package. I like the bottle, it's very nice. Here's your bottle. I don't know how they always make it do that, but there you go. I feel like official. So I will give it a spritz. When you smell, it's funny when you smell it like this, you don't, like I don't smell it that much. And I have to say, I don't have a huge, strong sense of smell. You guys know this. I am a little weak in that department. I don't, so take that into account. But I do, I mean, I can smell things. I'm not like, my girlfriend is like a super smeller. Like she could smell from a mile away. Like if I wear a different perfume, if I use a different soap, she knows instantly. Like me, I'm not as strong in that department. So give it a spritz. And when I first smell it, there's the alcohol smell. So you get a burst of like boom. And I think me and the lady I bought this from, we're talking about it. It's like a strong chamomile smell. And at first I didn't quite know what to think of it. And it's not, I don't think it's just the chamomile. It's like this really strong boof. And I don't know what that is. But it wasn't, when I first smelled it, I was kind of like, what is that? So then it sort of starts to move, and it's doing that a little bit now. What I got, and I'm starting to get, is like a almost minty smell, and I don't even think that's one of the notes. The top notes are Roman chamomile, bitter almond. I don't smell almond, at least not like, and maybe it's because I'm not used to bitter almond. I'm used to like almond and hypnotic poison or something, you know, like middle notes, coral jasmine. I don't know what a coral jasmine is. Jasmine petals, musks. I guess so. I have to say this is not super floral. It's not, if you're thinking floral, this is not floral because I can't stand florals. I will go on record as that would have been the one thing that would have made me not purchase this, as if it was super like florally. And this doesn't really read floral to me. And then bottom notes, vanilla, cedarwood, and sandalwood. So right now it's doing the minty thing. And like you said, there's no mint that I see in here, but on me, it turns kind of minty. It almost smells like, and I'm like over smelling. I need my coffee. But right now it is doing almost like a Listerine. I almost want to say like a mint Listerine smell. But it's got to be one of those things that I mentioned. This is why you have to go smell it, because it's just, I have a hard time saying what it smells like because it smells like nothing I have, nothing I own. So definitely give this one a sniff, because this is one of those perfumes you have to try before you buy, I think, because it is a little different. I will say that. So on this side, this is the side I've had on a while. And it really, when it settles down, it's very, I don't want to say faint, because you can smell it, but it's not like a perfume that's going to hit you over the head. When you walk in the room, people aren't going to be like, whoa, it's not one of those. And it stays pretty close to the skin. Like I smell it like about there. So it isn't like super strong like that, and it doesn't give me a headache, which is a good sign as well. And again, if it had any kind of florals, I'd be out. Like really like roses or things like that. I can't do like a strong floral smell. And that was definitely one thing that would have kept me from getting this, is if it was super floral, because I can't do them, I don't do them. And mineral, you know, it has mineral, it says, I'm just reading the, sorry if I jump around. I just saw the description and it was talking about mineral aromatic, and you know, mineral is a good way of describing what I'm smelling kind of right now. Ooh, there's that. See, and that's the note I like. Right there is this minty, soapy smell. It's not super soapy, not like clean the perfume or anything like that, but if you mix that with a little bit of mint, like a Listerine on me, and this is literally, I'm just saying on me because I haven't seen really other people saying this, but on me, I really get that kind of, it's like a soapy, minty, and tea smell. I get the chamomile, and there was, when I was smelling it in the store, I did get kind of a tea smell. which I kind of liked. So it's really hard to describe and I'm doing my best. And just to smell, it's dry, you know, it's, as it sits for a while, it doesn't, not one note is like, poo, like when you first spray it, you do get like a super strong, like, and I don't know what that first note is, but it like bumps you over the head with it. And then as it settles, I did get a sweet, there's a sweet smell in here. And I think that, like they said, the bottom note does have vanilla in it. It's got sandalwood, cedarwood. So I do like that, and I do like vanillas. And that was kind of, I liked how it smelled on me because there's just a little bit of sweet in there. And so that was something that kind of was like, okay, let's do this. Now I'm back to this site again. And I watched before I went and got this, I guess yesterday or this morning, I watched a review from somebody who had the perfume already, and they were younger, I will say. You know, I'm 45, but they were, I couldn't tell how old actually, but she looked young, like under 20 probably, and she wore Between Us, which is the 1D perfume, which I know I have, guilty. So those were very sweet perfumes, very what you'd expect from a 1D perfume. So that reviewer did not like this perfume at all. I have to say, I watched the review and she said it smelled like old people. Now as an old people, I was sort of like, huh, but I knew it, she said it smelled like her grandma. So in smelling this, I can sort of see what she was trying to express, because there's a vintage, and I almost want to say a vintage soap quality. Like the soapy smell that I'm smelling is not like an Irish Spring smell. It's like the soap your grandma might have had that came all wrapped in the paper. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's got a smell that like you don't smell these days, and I think that's maybe what was making her feel like it smelled like old people, because it's not, today you hear florals and you end up with the fruity floral blah that like every perfume smells like. This is not that. I can definitely go on record and say this is not like a floral smell that you're probably used to. It smells completely unlike anything I've smelled, and I've smelled a lot, but I stay away from a lot of the florals, like I said. So it's definitely not like your sweet floral or your sweet, you know, I can see, I definitely see, and I'm not offended as an old person, but it also to me doesn't totally smell like a grandma, because it does have like that sweet note. It's different, it's just different, but there is a quality to it that seems kind of vintagey, and that's, I think, what gives it the old people smell that she was talking about. So as much as, you know, this perfume is being sold as kind of like a genderless, ageless, I don't see I think it would take a guy who's very into fashion, who's very experimental to wear this, because I think, I don't know, to me it's not super, like a guy like who likes, I don't know, give me a name of like a guy perfume, I don't know, Dracar Noir. Like a guy who likes that, I think this will be too subtle for him. I think, you know, he's not gonna like this. I think a guy who is very put together, who likes, you know, tailored suits, might give this a chance. Because it does, there's an interesting quality. I thought it was interesting. But as far as crossing, I don't, you know, I think you're not gonna get a Dracar Noir guy to like buy this. I just don't, that's my feeling. I also don't think you're gonna get a ton of really kind of young girls who like the sweeter perfumes, the Prada candies, things like that. I don't think they're gonna like this. That's just, I can see why they might not. I don't think this is gonna be like the 1D perfumes where everybody ran out and was like, oh my God, you know. Like this is definitely something that I think is gonna be a little out there for some people. But it, you know, it's a perfume. It's not the end of the world. If you know, these people don't like it or those people don't, there's a lot of perfumes that a lot of people like that I don't like. So, you know, that as far as age, that's just my impression of seeing kind of how the younger side takes it. I don't know how guys will feel about this. Like you said, genderless. I think that's the point of it. It doesn't have to be a guy's perfume, a girl's perfume. It doesn't have to be for the young or for the old. I just feel because of the way it smells, it is gonna put itself into certain categories. I just don't see, you know, like a preteen wanting to smell like this, but they might. They could. Prove me wrong. I don't know. So that's that. I mean, this side is dried down almost all the way now to where it's really close to the skin, but it's still there. And I think I've over smelled. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I've smelled too much because it's getting harder and harder for me to smell it. But I think that's for me smelling it so much, because I was literally at Macy's for like a half hour sniffing my arm. So it's getting, ooh, it smells really nice right there. Like you can smell how that particular piece of my skin smells. But yeah, it's definitely, it smells like tea. So that particular spot right there, so it's got the tea smell going, and like it really kind of works through different smells as it goes along, but it is blended. It's not like I'm getting one thing or another. You know, there are some perfumes that are really like, wow, it's like going from this phase, now it's here, now it's there, and I'm not getting that. It is a little more well blended. So is it to buy? Like I said, this one, I feel, as somebody who, I buy a lot of perfume for somebody who can't really smell. And this is one I think you have to go smell before you buy. Like, if you want to own it just to own it, then go right ahead. Ulta has a smaller size that I think is like 74. I think this is the larger size. I don't know if this is the biggest size. I don't think it is. But if you're looking for like a smaller one, or get a perfume smeller, or just go there and spray it and let it sit and see what you think of it, because it is one of those perfumes where I personally wouldn't be like, yeah, go blind buy it, because you may hate it. I think that the girl in the other review was returning hers because she just, you know, old people smell. But it doesn't, I don't want to scare you guys, because it doesn't smell like old people to me. I haven't smelled like a ton, but I know what she's saying. I get it. I do get what she's saying with that. There's an old people note, and it's not an old people note. It's to me, it's those little soaps, those fancy soaps that are wrapped in paper with the sticker that my grandma used to have. I mean, that's what it smells like to me. So I think that's the note she's smelling. But there's so many other cool kind of things in here that I like that were different enough that I personally liked it. So there you go. I think that's about it. I don't know what else. I wish I could do like a question and answer session or something, but I'm recording this, so I can't. But there you go. For me, I liked it. I would buy it, but definitely smell it, because I just can't say run out and buy it without giving it a sniff. And once again, the name of the perfume is
Mémoire, Odeur Eau de Parfum universel.
There you go.